Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Guys Podcast, Capture Media. I'm Akhtar Muhammad. I got my brother here, Tyree Acosta. What up, bro?
Yo.
How's everything?
What we doing today? What we doing?
Yo, this topic right here, we're going to talk about how men love realistically and women love idealistically. I often hear, people saying there's no love like a woman's love. Bullshit. I think that men love real. I think that there's no love like a man's love because in the terms and in the context of a relationship, I've said this. I said women love, men love who's in front of them, right? A woman's perfect partner is someone that she creates in her head. A man's perfect partner is someone down the street or someone he already knows, right? So when you look at the dynamic between men and women, a woman has this idea of what kind of man she wants in her head that she creates. This is why sometimes it's hard for a woman to actually find the man that she created in her head because that motherfucker doesn't exist. Right? But when you see men, we love realistically. Like we love the actual person. We love the woman for who she is. Right? And this is why a lot of times it's hard for men to get over breakups because a woman doesn't love you, right? She loves the idea that she created in her head of you. So if you're not fulfilling whatever she created in her head, she can get over that breakup easy and find another man to, match that or meet that. With you didn't create something in your head. You loved her when you saw her, right? But after spending time around her, right? The duty that you put into the relationship, you get attached to that. So once that woman leaves your world, it's hard to get over that shit because you didn't create her in your head. She was right in front of you. What do you think about that?
That's deep. I agree with you. Men tend to accept the good and bad that comes with a woman. Mm-hmm. Right? Like how many men have dealt with women where they know like she's crazy, but I love my girl.
Yeah.
And like you said, I think because we are putting so much energy and investment into the relationship as far as protecting her, spending money on her.
And we meet the relationship where it's at.
Right. Exactly.
Like they say, men get with women hoping that they don't change. Women get with men hoping that he does change. Right? Mm-hmm. So
like I said, all of these things that men put into the relationship, I think that investment, because women invest too, but we invest more tangibly and more directly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Our investments tend to be more tangible. It's usually money as far as dates, providing, protecting. I got to fight for you if something happens. That's a great investment to have, like to put into something. Mm-hmm. And women being usually the receivers of that, I think that it creates a dynamic where we tend to love. You're gonna love something that you had to put your own blood, sweat, and tears and money into. To a degree. Yeah. Like if we both starting a company and you're funding the company, you're gonna have more interest in it working out than perhaps I would if I invested less money.
That's a fact.
Or less anything.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that
like the person who invests the least can walk away the quickest.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that dynamic is created when it comes between a relationship between man and woman. Because usually, as a woman, she's receiving more from you than you are from her.
Yeah, men are the givers, women are the receivers.
Usually.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So in relationships that work, because we all know when the man, when the woman out earns the man, she typically leaves.
And if she's giving more, and
like when we give more, we don't mind. We'll stay. When a woman gives more, she seeks to leave.
Yeah, you might be on a clock. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Unless she biologically loves you, and you could be an ain't shit dude, and even then,
you're still on the time clock.
You're still on the time clock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I hear you say that, that's kind of what I think of. And what I also think of was this video that this lady sent me on Instagram that kind of echoes your sentiments.
Yeah, play that. That's a good video.
Men get married and become a father and go, oh, shoot, I didn't know it was going to take all of this. Game time. Let me try to figure this out. Let me try to see if I can do this and do that and love her more and balance all this. Women, we meet you and we're like, our idea and our fairy tale is you are Prince Charming, honey. And then we try to get you to fit Prince Charming. And the more you don't fit it, the more y'all end up in my office going, but he doesn't do this. Well, has he ever did it? No, but I always just thought my husband would. Your husband or this man? So are you getting to know who you with? Or are you making this man fit this fairy tale ideology that doesn't even exist anyways? And so women come and lead with fit this, or you have no value. Men come in and go, I'm here and I'm going to learn how to be the best I can for you. And then women do what? You're taking too long. You're not getting there because you haven't fit the box of the fairy tale. They almost always have an amazing husband. But because his amazingness doesn't fit her idea of amazing, guess what? He ain't shit to her. So because he don't fit your tone of red, you gonna tell me this man still ain't red?
Damn, there's so many things I want to get into.
Yo,
Wait,
that's
hold
deep.
on.
That's deep.
One thing I want to get into is I always keep telling you the idea of perceived value versus actual value. You can be a valuable man, but if a woman doesn't think of you as a valuable man, you're not
valuable to her.
Yeah, exactly.
To her.
So like,
and hold on, Todd, before I forget, what she said was deep. As men, we want to get to know you, right? We want to get to know the actual woman and how we can help the relationship with actually you. Women, they create some person in their head. And if you do everything right, according to what the standard is, right? You protect, you provide. But if you're still missing that piece that she created in her head, she's going to replace you. And even if she stays with you until she can replace you, she's not going to give you the best of her.
right.
So that shit is deep, man. And this is crazy. And not to advocate for cheating or anything like that, but they even say that a man is capable, not saying it's right, but a man is capable of cheating and still loving his woman the same. The moment a woman cheats, she already left. So yo, that's deep too.
Right.
That it's hard for a man to like actually like leave a woman, because once we put our heart into that woman, it's hard for us to leave because we actually love the woman in front of us,
We love out of duty, you know, in the sense of,
and we love realistically, bro.
yeah, it is realistic. Yes, and more often than not, because there are outliers. Everyone's gonna always talk about the fucking outliers.
And are you always the ideal in her eyes? Like, so women love idealistic, which means unrealistic, right? In their head, their certain perception of what a man is, right? And that shit could change
100%.
at any time. So we love realistic, like, okay, like, you know what? There are supermodels out there, or whatever the case may be, or this and that. I still love my girl because this is realistic. This is in front of me. This is somebody that I built with. I'm not going to throw it all away because I've grown to love this woman, or I built so much with this woman, I can't throw it away. Women are like, fuck it, we built this, we did that, but you don't meet this idealistic a thing that I have in my head, I can replace you. The moment she finds someone who can fit that.
Let's ponder this from a different angle. Women, from what I know, usually been planning their marriages and the life that they're gonna have from since they were little girls.
Facts.
Right? I mean, it's what society teaches them to do. It's what they do naturally. So I think women spend so much time thinking about their future that they have everything worked out except for the man that's going to facilitate it. So in their mind, it's like, I want this life. Somebody come in and make this happen, which I think is a really good way to pick your partner. She has an idea of how she wants to live. So honestly, that's another reason why women have more abundance than men.
But also, too, as a man, we know we can't get anything unless we work on ourselves first. Women have never thought about, typically women don't think about, what can I do to be attractive to that man that I idealistically want to, right?
Yeah.
So that right there is not, it doesn't meet both ways on the man side. So now you're getting someone too that hasn't worked on themselves, but they want the man in their head that they want, and you might fit that, right? So they haven't done the work, and not only are they not doing the work, they'll leave you when you stop fitting that, right? And it doesn't mean that you stop doing the things that's beneficial to the family running. It just could be, he didn't do one little thing that's ancillary. So
yeah, so I agree with that. Kind of derailed my thought process.
My fault, my bad.
You're good, but yeah, I agree with that. I think that women date in abundance. One, because they have a lot of options, and two, because they have a lot of options in their mind, the moment that you don't fit whatever it is they need you to be, there's somebody who I can interview next. You know what I'm saying? Next guy, next guy, next guy. She has to sift through the whole collection of men trying to approach her to find the piece that fits into the life that she wants. That's why it's that's why it's easier for them to walk away. That's why, as far as men, we have to go out and find it. And I don't find it as in find a woman that fits our life. We have to go be useful to that woman and convince her to be with, not convince her, but go be useful enough to that woman or be attractive enough to that woman to where she wants to come into.
And what they say, men get married when they're ready
and they look around and see who's left.
See who's left.
Who's here? You here? You've been here.
Yeah, that's what they say.
It's off a tenureship. Like, you know, men, see, we swear women into relationships. A woman could do one good thing for you 10 years ago, and that'll be enough for you to say, I'll keep this woman forever. I'll never forget that one time I was homeless and she bought me chicken wings and pork fried rice.
But with a woman, it's...
What has he done for me lately?
What has he done for me lately?
Eddie Murphy. What has you done for me lately, Eddie? Like, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah,
so,
facts.
And I think that's a better way to date. It might be shallow, but at the end of the day, you're getting an audit, a performance review. Women give men performance reviews. In a sense, in their mind, they're always comparing to you. Okay, is he doing the most for me that I can get out there? Is there a man who's offering me more? And there's nothing wrong with that. Weighing your options carefully.
But just men have to know this with this information. There's nothing wrong with it. That's how they are. But men, you have to know that. You
and
have
accept
to.
That.
And what do they say? There's somebody says to them deep. They say that a man only has like 1 or 2 heartbreaks in him, because once a woman that he truly loves, because he loved her realistically, if she walks away, a part of his heart is ripped away. Right? So men, you just have to be careful, understanding that a woman will replace you when you don't,
you don't meet the standard.
Continue to be that man.
Yeah, but
even though you're going to love hard, you're going to go down with the ship, she will abandon that shit if it's not what she wants at that moment, or you're not doing things lately.
Yeah, of course. It's always about when's the last great thing you've done for me? You know what I'm saying? And what else can I get? So 100%.
Just keep in mind, you're loved conditionally, and women and children and pets are loved unconditionally.
My boy
right?
Chris Rock.
So, just understand that, and keep your head on straight when you get into relationships.
It's not something to be upset about. It's not something to be sad about. It's something to understand. It's the game.
Yep.
So
facts.
when you lose your girl, or if you lose your girl, just understand that there's something in her mind that she felt like you was lacking, and she decided that she was going to trade you in for something else. Usually women don't leave relationships to be alone. Usually
Facts.
women know who your replacement is before they leave the relationship. So
Facts.
chances are, if your woman is walking away from you or leaving you, she has decided that I've weighed what you're worth versus what I can get out there on the market, and I'm going to trade you in. And there's nothing wrong with that. You shouldn't be offended. But you should understand that you should also date very similar to that. Mm-hmm. If a woman is not being a benefit to your life, if she doesn't make your life easier, if she's not helping you save money or get more money to a degrry.
Even if she's not making you money.
No,
right?
that's about saving me money.
Like saving you money.
Don't be eager to spend my money.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Maybe you cook tonight so
or
I don't gotta...
Or she should find ways to help
ease the burden of my life.
Because your money is the family's money.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not money, it don't even have to be money. I could spend all the money in the world. Find ways to benefit me in my life. If I'm a businessman, maybe you should organize my notes or organize my client list or do something you should not keep a woman around who is not actively doing something to benefit or better you or help you along in your process.
Exactly.
Because that's the way women date you.
And keep a logical mind when you're dating
Love
a woman.
her logically.
Love her logically. Love your girl. Don't fall in love with your girl.
Reward her based off of what she does, because that's how she treats you.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
are on a clock. You are audited every so often, and she is always looking at your usefulness and weighing it against the usefulness of the market.
Definitely.
So you should date the same exact way.
Facts.
You do not want to play a game where you are playing with 2 different rules. And that's why a lot of men end up heartbroken, because you thought that we were playing the game of we're going to stick it out no matter what. And she's playing the game of I'm going to stick with you for as long as you give me the life that I want, or you have the potential to give me the life that I want. Facts.
Bro, that's fire. You spitting some fire, and I really appreciate your perspective. A lot of men need to hear this, man.
Men, have pride. Even if you don't have abundance, fake it. You should rather be alone, like women say, than deal with somebody that doesn't benefit you.
Definitely.
So, on that note, comment, and subscribe. I know we got a little saucy, a little raunchy. I know the comment section is going to go crazy. I got to go home and respond to all these women and men who are going to, oh, God. Anyway, this has been the Guys Podcast. Ty and Mo, we here.
Capture Media.
You know what I mean?
Until next time,
Let's
we out.
get it. We out.